welcome back to another video. Are you liking how Christmassy my background is right now? Today it's going to be super chilled. Like, as you can tell, I'm like already nice and chilled. I'm just hanging out in my lounge on my sofa, and I thought I would just film a video about 10 things to do before the end of the month. Obviously, it is now December. Happy December! We can finally celebrate Christmas without everyone thinking it's way too early. And I thought in this kind of countdown to the end of the year, it would be nice to think about things that we can all kind of do together before the year ends, like just things to tick off the list basically. And these are just things that I personally have been thinking about that I really want to do before the end of the year, and I thought you guys could join in with me, and I would love it if you actually let me know what you've done as you go. So I'm going to be doing on my Instagram stories, every time I do one of these things, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm just going to be like, just completed like number 5. And I think it would be really cool if you did the same in the comments of this video. Just like in the next coming weeks, just be like, I just did this one, I just did number 10, I just did number 3. Like, just let me know. I think that'd be really, really nice. But let's get on with the video before I start rambling on even more. I feel like I look like such a grandma right now. I've literally got 2 jumpers on. It is freezing. It's so cold in England right now. Number 1 is read a book. I know this sounds like pretty simple, but we've got 4 weeks now to read a book before the end of the year. I feel like this is doable. You might be such a bookworm that you read like 20 books in 1 month. But for me, I love reading, but I really find it hard to find the time to read. Even though I know I have that time, you know, I could get into bed and read, there's definitely the time there. But in my head, psychologically, I feel like I should be doing other things, I should be working or whatever it is. This month, I'm definitely going to read a book. I have recently finished one, so it's not like I never read. I've read a really good book recently, and it's called The River of Time by John Swain. It's kind of like a historical book. It's all about the Cambodian and Vietnamese War. So it's very deep, but so insightful. There are obviously 1,000,001 amazing books out there. Every time I go into a bookstore, I'm tempted by loads at the moment. So just, you know, go into Waterstones or your local independent bookshop and just see what's on offer, and ask the staff as well what they would recommend. That's my number 1 tip with buying a book. Just go up to the staff and kind of say what you're after, what kind of books you like, and hopefully they'll be able to recommend one. Okay, the second one I think is my favourite out of all 10 of these. It's host a dinner party. So I feel like people don't do this enough, and I've been to a couple this year and I've just had the best time, and I feel like it's just such a nice way to get all of your friends together. The easy option to see your friends is to just like go out and hang out, go to a restaurant or a bar or a cafe, but why not invite a group of your friends round to yours and just cook for them? I think this is such a nice thing to do. I haven't actually done this in my flat because my flat is just so small, but I am moving soon, and Joe and I are already planning all of our dinner parties and who's going to come to each one, and I just think it'll be really fun. And I think all of your friends that you invite don't necessarily need to know each other. If anything, it's better if they don't, because it kind of gets all of your different groups together. December obviously in the UK is so cold, so some really lovely hearty food. Like, in my mind I'm thinking a shepherd's pie, and I've got an incredible vegan, fully plant-based shepherd's pie in my book, Eat Smart. So I feel like that's the kind of thing I would do in December. Maybe a soup to start, and then a dessert definitely that you can prep beforehand. So like a cheesecake or any kind of cake, to be honest. Oh my goodness, some chocolate mousse. I actually have a recipe for an avocado cacao chocolate mousse. Top it with some pomegranate or raspberries or coconut, or how great would that be? And just loads of wine as well. Like, have some G&Ts on the go, have some red wine, mulled wine. Yeah, I think this is a really nice thing to do. Let's all try and host a dinner party before the end of the year. And the third thing is monitor how many steps you're doing in a day. So I recently bought a Fitbit. Here we go. It's the tiny one, and I think it's called the Flex 2. And all it does is measure your steps. It doesn't kind of recognise your heartbeat or anything like that. It's, I think, the most kind of basic one. But it's been so great. It's the first time that I have ever kind of monitored steps. I had no idea how many steps I would do in a day. And at the moment, I'm averaging about 12,000 steps a day, but sometimes it's like 20, but sometimes it's like 8. So I think it's so varied in London. It totally depends what I'm doing. Oh, it also does measure how well you sleep, and that's been really interesting for me. I thought I got like a solid 8 hours every night. I average about like 6 to 7 quite like disturbed sleep as well. Like, I'm so restless, I didn't know. So this has been really insightful. However, another one that I've been using is this watch that I've got on right now. This is by Garmin, and it's so nice. Like, I genuinely think it just looks like a normal watch. I love it so much. And this measures your heart rate, your stress levels, obviously your steps, like everything. You can put timers on there for when you're working out. It registers your workouts. It's so good. Oh, like, you literally double tap it. It's like this, like you just kind of scroll along. The goal for the end of the year is to try and hit 10,000 steps every single day. We're all gonna do this together. You can do it on your iPhone as well, obviously, like on your health app. It can tell you how many steps you're doing. It's not as accurate because obviously you need to have your phone with you the whole day for it to register all of your steps. But let's collectively try and do 10,000 steps every day of December. The fourth one is try out a new workout, something you have never ever done before. This can be yoga. If you're a guy and you think, I am never going to do yoga, now is your month to try it. Honestly, just go and give it a go. You might hate it, but at least you know. But you might love it, and then it will become like your new favourite thing. Or try boxing, or Pilates, or like Zumba, like just something random, or like a kettlebell class. Join a run group, like, you know, they've got amazing, in London anyway, like amazing running groups that you just join for free. I've literally just Googled unusual workouts in London because I do so many classes at my gym that are for free, so I just kind of like try everything out. Parkour, oh no, I don't think I can do that. Yoga with your dog. I don't have a dog though. I want to do a boot camp. It's going to be absolutely freezing, but it's like where I just see them around in various parks in London, and you all get together and it's like a proper boot camp, army guys screaming at you. And you guys are going to have to check up on me on this because I'm obviously vlogging every day of December. So yeah, I'm going to try and do a boot camp somewhere in London. Number 5 is have a spring clean before the end of the year. This will just set you up so nicely for the new year. You'll feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders, you'll feel all fresh, your flat will feel so clean, or your house or wherever you live. I know I need to go through all of my clothes and my bags and my shoes, but it's just such a big job that I just really keep putting it off. But this is what I want to do in December. I just want to go through everything. And especially I feel like this time of year is when the homeless and just people in need these kind of things more than ever. It's so cold, and I just want to go through all of my clothes, like my jumpers and everything, and give it to a charity shop in my local area that can give it to homeless people that need these clothes, because, you know, we don't need this many clothes. So I definitely feel like we all need to have a spring clean. It doesn't even need to be clothing, it can be just homeware, just bits and bobs that you don't need that you think other people would benefit from more than you. So I would love it if every single one of us, all of you watching this video right now, could have a spring clean and donate it to charity. Number 6 is go to a gallery or an exhibition wherever you are from in the world, whatever city is closest to you, or your village or your town. Go and see a local exhibition that's on. I'm sure there is something on. Just Google it and find something. The most recent exhibition that I went to was called My Name is Prince, and it was, if you haven't guessed it already, a Prince exhibition. My uncle and my mum are huge Prince fans. Like, he was their #1 fan. No, he was not my #1 fan. Prince adored my mum and uncle, he idolised them. My uncle and my mum absolutely adored Prince. They were his #1 fan. They loved him. When he passed away, I was so gutted that I didn't grow up with his music, and I felt like I never really got quite into it as much as I probably should have. But when they found out, my mum found out that there was a Prince exhibition at the O2 in London, she just snapped up tickets and invited my uncle and I to go with her, and we just had the loveliest day. It was so great. I learned so much about Prince. I would recommend, if you can, get the VIP tickets, because with those tickets it's the only place, kind of the backstage area, that you can take photos. In the main exhibition you can't take any photos, so if you are after like some memories or whatever and want to take those pics, I would recommend the VIP tickets. Besides that, there are so many different ones. You know, you've got the V&A, you've got the Tate Britain, the Tate Modern. I went to a Dali and Duchamp exhibition recently in an art gallery. That was at the Royal Academy of Arts. Again, brilliant. I'm a massive fan of Dali's work. So just challenge yourself to find a gallery or exhibition this December. I love coming away from an exhibition feeling like I know a little bit more about someone in the world, or I know a little bit more about just something, you know, history or whatever it is. I love that feeling. Number 7, go on a road trip. Get your friends together, or your family, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and just go on a road trip. I just think this is so much fun. I personally don't have a car, but I think it's so easy to hire a car. You can get one of those zip cars or like city cars just for a day, and just go to a city that you've never been to before. I'm guilty of this. I feel like there's so many places in my country that I don't know, that I've never been to, and I think December is the best month to do that, because you know, it's so Christmassy, you can get all wrapped up, go and find a Christmas market. I've heard the Christmas markets in Cambridge are meant to be lovely. I've never been to Cambridge, so I need to go. I went to Bath last year. Joe and I went to Bath. I think I vlogged it because I was doing Vlogmas, so you would have seen that. This year, Joe and I are actually having a road trip to Bruges. So, I mean, we're just going one step further, and we're going to get the Eurotunnel and spend 2 nights in Bruges, so Friday and a Saturday night, and I'm so excited. But it doesn't need to be as like big of a deal as that. It can literally be a daytime trip. Wake up early, drive to a city like 2 or 3 hours away, spend the day there, discover it, get to know it. This obviously isn't just about the UK as well. This is wherever you are. Like, just go on a road trip, discover new little towns that are around you. Pack some snacks as well. That's the best thing about a road trip, snacks. The next one is go to the cinema. This again is very simple. It's such an easy thing to do, but I personally don't do this enough. I love going to the cinema. It's my favourite thing. I just love getting popcorn. I love it, especially at Christmas with all of the Christmas films. Where I live, there are so many old kind of vintage cinemas where they play all the old films, and in December they have films playing like Home Alone and all the old classics, like even Love Actually and Elf, like, you know, just proper Christmas classics. They're not the new releases. I'm sure the new releases are good as well, that play at like the Odeon and stuff, but I love just watching the old classic Christmas films. It just really gets me in like that kind of festive mood. I've already booked Love Actually at a place called Backyard Cinema. If you're a Londoner, you need to know about this. It's in Shoreditch, and it's like the coolest cinema ever. They transform it into a snow kingdom. I went in the summer and it was all like Miami themed, and the whole thing was sand, and you had to swap your shoes for flip-flops. It's that kind of vibe. It's just so cool, and I can't wait to see what they've done with the snow kingdom. That's obviously like quite a crazy cinema. You can just go to like a normal local cinema obviously, and just, yeah, get in the festive spirit with your friends. Number 9 is have a bit of me time. No one does this enough. I really feel like they don't. Especially if you live in a city when it's so fast paced, you don't have time to think about yourself and just looking after you, because that is so important. Having a night in and painting your nails. Oh my god. I never find the time to paint my nails, and I'm so desperate to do it. In fact, I'm going to do that tonight. They're awful. Like, I haven't painted them in so long. Fake tan. Even if you can, like, go out and get your eyebrows shaped. I haven't done that in forever. get your hair done, get it coloured, or just even curl it at home. Just like have an evening all to yourself. Even better if you can have a weekend, like a whole Saturday, and just be like, right, today is all about me and I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and you can be as selfish as you possibly want. Paint your nails, do your hair, like all of that stuff. Just look after yourself this December. And lastly, this again is one of my favourites, it's be grateful. So literally be grateful for the year that you've had. I think December is a great time to kind of look back on the last few months, this whole year, and just think how great it has been. And I think it's so important for you as an individual to recognise how well you have done this year, appreciate the hard work that you've put in, because I'm sure you have, whether that's with studying, with work, with whatever it is. I'm sure you've worked really hard, and it's so easy to forget that and not even see it, not see it yourself. Other people will, but you won't. And this month, I really want every single one of you to think about something you're grateful for this year. Set yourself some goals, but I feel like you can't really do that without feeling really happy and content about 2017. And don't beat yourself up about things that you haven't achieved this year. I think that's something a lot of people do. You know, with New Year's resolutions, it's all about things that you've done really badly this year, so 2018 we're going to have to do that right. I feel like that's quite a negative way of looking at it. I think we need to look at all the amazing things we've done, like tick all the things off of on a list, like things that you have done, like how great is that? To look at that and be like, wow, I've done all of this in 1 year. So just try not to beat yourself up about things that you may not have had time to do, things that didn't quite go to plan. It's okay, you can do it next year, that's absolutely fine. Don't compare yourself to others as well. I think everyone is guilty of that. You look at all of your friends and family members and you think, well, they've done that this year, I didn't get to do that, or that family member, when he was my age, he did this and I'm nowhere near that. Don't compare yourself, don't compare ages, don't compare money, don't compare anything. Like, you're your own person, you're doing you, and it's absolutely great and you're amazing. And let's just think about all of the incredible things that we've done this year and be grateful for those things, because, you know, we're not all so lucky. So that is everything. They are all of my 10 things that I would love every single one of us to do in December. If you can, I just think it would be so, so great. Please do let me know if you do any of these things, you know, even if it's one thing, even if it's that you paint your nails, you know, let me know. Just comment down below what you're doing throughout this month. I would love to know. I'm going to come back to this video and read the comments throughout the whole month. If you don't comment down below, feel free to like tweet me, comment on my Instagram, direct message me on Instagram or whatever. I'd just be so interested to know. And you can follow me, you can check up on me, guys. I'm doing Vlogmas this year. I'm filming every single day leading up until Christmas Day in December, so you can see if I'm doing these things, and when I feel like I have done it, I'm gonna let you know as well. So I'm always going to be referring to these 10 things. I really hope you get involved, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Happy December, enjoy Vlogmas, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas. Bye!